All right, what's up, everybody? I'm your boy, Jon Scarlett, and with me, as always, is my good friend,
Doboy.
And you are watching The Cooler, where we break down your favorite shows and give you our proper analysis.
Around the cooler.
And this season, of course, we are breaking down the show Empire on Fox, and episode 2 aired last night. And we have our feelings and
I definitely have some views on episode 2.
And our views on episode 2.
I don't know if episode 1 was really good and set the bar really high, but episode 2 was on that books.
But let's give a quick breakdown of episode 2. It starts off right where episode 1 ended, with Cookie and the boys getting kicked out of Empire and deciding that they want to start their own company.
Do their own thing.
Now, Jamal tries throughout the episode to get Hakeem to come back to Empire by offering to release his album, which he has on the shelf right now. Instead, Hakeem decides to stick with Cookie and their new Lion Dynasty company, and he leaks his album anyway. Hakeem tries to get his own girl group going, which the rest of the crew ain't really too happy about.
Yeah.
But one thing I do like about Hakeem is that, you know, unlike the other two brothers, he seems to kind of be more focused on really getting what he wants. You know what I mean? Like,
he kind of has this vision of what he wants it to be, and he kind of stops at nothing to get
right. Jamal seems to always be kind of preoccupied with his own like inner demons.
Right.
You know, Andre, of course, he got his whole mental issues, and he got his whole daddy issues that we'll get into later.
Oh,
you know,
Jesus.
Like, that he's trying to prescribe. But like, Hakeem seems to be
his own agenda, and it's really rooted in the music
and focused.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So shout out to Hakeem. He had a big episode this week. Another person with a big episode was Lucius. It starts off, he's being abused by the guards, one in particular played by Ludacris.
Which just made it feel so fucking weird. It felt like Hustle and Flow in reverse. And I didn't really understand what the purpose of him or why he was so angry. It was like, he's a new CEO. He was so fucking mad.
For some reason, Ludacris and Terrence Howard just don't get along.
Ever in movies. They didn't get along in Hustle and Flow. What was that other movie that crashed?
Yeah, they didn't get along in Crash. They just don't seem to ever be on the same page.
On the screen. Yeah. So that was cool. And then like they was like withholding his medicine. And
right.
Now this is one thing that confused me, and maybe you can shed light on this. In the first season, Lucius thought he had ALS, right?
Right.
And then he found out he didn't. So what does he have that's making him sick?
So instead of ALS, he has some kind of degenerative muscle disorder.
Okay.
That, you know, unless he takes that, he can keep out of control if he takes his medicine.
But if you don't get it,
if you don't get it, you know, he starts, you know, suffering from starts suffering from debilitating.
He starts looking like Easy at the end of Straight Outta Compton.
Exactly. So that's one of the tactics that the district attorney has been using to kind of
try to break him.
Yeah, to force Lucius into some kind of confession. You know, you work with the guards to take away medication. They actually practice that a lot.
Do they?
Yeah. They actually practice that a lot.
If you want this to keep your blood sugar and your diabetes under control, you better
want to
snitch.
get to your commissary, you know what I'm saying? You want to get that money off your books, you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna play ball.
Exactly. So they actually do that a lot in the prison system.
And then you know, dealing with that situation, then we get introduced to a new character.
Oh, you talking about Bubbles from The Wire?
Bubbles from The Wire is now the lawyer, and he just comes through. It kind of really reminded me of kind of like when Tupac was in jail, then Suge came and got him out.
That's exactly what
I feel like this is our Suge, because he was just too on top of it.
Our skinny, cracked out purple suit wearing Suge.
I don't know that this is gonna all end well. So, you know, he did get Lucius out of jail.
Yeah. He got Lucius. He went in front of the judge.
But
did a little
before
bribery.
he got the nigga out of jail, he was able to get some equipment in so they could do a fucking record.
Right. So Lucius can record a record from behind
Gave
bars.
us the corniest moment of Empire history. Just did y'all see this shit with old ass Terrence Howard just
you know I do it for my hitters.
And my hitter Clyde. And then the niggas in the back doing
You got Clyde in a white beater in the black.
They got some big nigga hitting the thing. Petey Pablo sitting there. I'm like, Petey, what are you doing?
They got a white boy in an 808 just going ham.
Oh, it felt so corny.
Like you were saying earlier, I don't know how you go from Chris Rock cutting D-Ray's head off in episode 1 in jail
to getting a full-fledged studio in there, and then
doing a musical number on the benches. Like.
And then Ludacris gets killed. Like, don't you take care of the COs?
Wait. Didn't Chris show off some pretty cool like kung fu moves in the parking lot when he was getting kidnapped.
He did, but it ultimately was to no avail. He still ended up getting that work.
Was putting that fast.
Yeah, I was watching like, what are they doing? Like, see, that's the thing about this show that started throwing me off. It's like I don't know that was necessary. Like, Ludacris in there like showing off hand speed. Like, come on, man. I don't know how I feel. So I mean, it sets it up for the next episode.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from this episode.
We got two new characters.
Yeah, we got
the girl.
Yeah, and also Kelly Rowland as Lucius's mom.
And she looked crazy.
She looked like
she had a twinkle.
She looked like she might have had some kind of mental illness,
which might explain why everybody's crazy.
Yeah, and it might also explain why how Andre got his bipolar, because diseases like that, mental illnesses, they sometimes run in the family.
But see, this is what I don't understand. Now, when Andre's wife went to go talk to Jamal,
right,
and she said she was pregnant, is she really pregnant or was she lying?
She's really pregnant, but I just think that she's using it to get Andre back into Empire, using it to she's kind of feeding off Jamal's sensitive side.
I think it's going to be revealed that she's pregnant by Lucius. Because he known for fucking his son's bitches.
For getting in that. So that would be a plot twist.
That's my prediction is that's Lucius the third.
Right.
So yeah, so I'm excited. As far as the rating for this show, it's definitely not a full brick. I would give this like a 20 piece.
So
just imagine that we can break off $20 worth of this.
Yeah. So I think it was definitely one of those setup episodes. We'll see. Hopefully episode 3 gives us a lot more scandal and a lot more it's a lot more eventful.
Yes. Because this was just like a slow, like you said, kind of setup.
Yeah.
So let's do it next week, man.
All right,
I've been your boy, Doboy.
As always, it's Doughboy, and I'm your boy, Jon Scarlett. We'll check you guys out next week. Make sure you listen to our podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud, and make sure you watch our video that will premiere on All Dev Digital later on today.
And take the finger pistols while you go. We out.
See y'all next time.
I think Chris Rock was the perfect person to play that character because he's so goofy that he kind of comes off as
see him in that role was kind of interesting, and then to see him in that scene with D. Ray Davis,
right?
To see him in that
was he supposedly eating human meat?
Supposedly Lee Daniels wanted Chris Rock's character Frank Gathers to be a cannibal.